Yeah, alright, I'm all ready to go. Let's start this match. Oops, just gotta lower my volume down a little.
Your power should have revealed my intention, Takahashi Takeda. No doubt Kenshi taught you how to use them.
My father taught me a lot, Grandmaster.
Let us see.
Ooh.
Wow, that hurt to watch. I'm enjoying this.
Lack of conviction. Cannot evade me. Test my patience.
Alright. Oh shit. Pardon my French.
That's unfortunate.
You grow weaker.
My only way to kill him is to kick and punch him. Trying to grab him and like grab his neck and throw him, I can't do that. I end up, he ends up beating the crap out of me.
Let us see.
I can't get that close to him. A couple times I can. Usually in the beginning I can. And I don't know how he shoots those things out, those fireballs out at me, but he does. See, try to grab his neck and I can't. He's too quick for me. There goes this. Yep, there's his like sword thing. Just wish I knew how to get like. I know I have a sword thing, and I don't know what to do. Come on, you can grab him now. I'm really so close to him, I should be able to just grab him. Oops, I'm gone. Okay, I'm dead. One more time, come on. I'm just gonna kick the crap out of him. And punch him. That's like what I have to do. I think that's like... Oh good, I grabbed him.
My patience.
Okay. Not doing too bad. The weather here is like really rainy. It's really rainy out, and it's kind of cold. Kind of cold for August.
You are not your father.
It's like 70.
Yet.
Damn it.
But
You announced your arrival,
take it.
Jacqueline Briggs.
as long as there's no snow,
Breaks.
I'll take
Yes,
70.
Military decorum is important in your family.
Take 70 over 30 any day.
Our histories share a dark chapter.
Oops. I beat her yesterday, this character. It took me a little while. I decided that since she has a gun, all I can do is kick her. And jump. Because I don't have a gun, and she's just gonna blow me away. Yeah. I just have to jump up, keep jumping and kicking her. Yeah, if not, I'm gonna just keep getting wiped. But this character was giving me a little trouble yesterday to beat. Oh, that was, oh no. You believe she did that to me? I can't believe. That's not fair. Come on.
Your father can dodge that.
Oh man. One more round, guys.
Our histories share a dark
I'm
chapter.
doing this till 7:30. 7:30. I'm doing this till 7:30. I'll be back on tomorrow at 7:32 doing this. I gotta get a set schedule, so 6:30 to 7:30 sounds good. I can talk too. Come on. Ooh, I can't believe she just did that. But no, yeah. Oh. Well, I don't like it when she does that. And I don't have much, I can't do much to this. Maybe I can, and I just don't. Like, this is the first time I've played this game, so I'm sure there's, like, I don't. Okay, yeah, I think I beat her.
Do not
Because I
judge
can't,
yourself harshly,
I haven't gone
Specialist
online to, like,
Briggs.
look at, to, like, cheat or anything. I'm just doing this, playing it from start to finish without looking at any, videos on how to do it. So I think they have a vaccine out now for the coronavirus. Putin, I think his name is, the Russian leader. They've come up with a vaccine. I live in the United States,
rather than mock your
but I
superiors.
think it's going to be available for every country, because all countries are now, this pandemic has sort of, it's taking over the world. It's really scary. I mean, my sister had it. I mean, you think you're safe, you really do, and you're really not. We took all the precautions. We didn't leave the house for 2.5 months. 2.5 months. We ordered everything online. We ordered food, toilet paper, tissues, medicine, you name it. And I mean, it was not pleasant.
Is that it?
But we did it, and we social distanced ourselves. But my sister decided that a few of our family was going to get together and go down to the shore. Which, this was just about a month ago. The beginning of July. It was the 4th of July weekend, actually. And when they came back, one of my relatives tested positive, and another did. And it was really scary because you hear these horror stories about a family has a birthday party or a graduation party, and then everyone at the graduation party comes down with it, and all these people, and like an entire family is like wiped out because they all contracted and they all died. But fortunately for us, no one in our family died. We all had mild side effects, but it's really a real disease. It's out there. A lot of the younger people aren't taking it that seriously, I don't think. But I could be mistaken because I spoke to someone that was on Xbox who I think was like 15, very, very mature and understanding. So I think it just is a matter of how you're raised and if you have the maturity, which some people do. But most millennials and younger people, it's nothing against them. I just think the younger you are, when you're older, you're more wiser. And I never got that as a kid. Even in my 20s, and even when I was 30, I still didn't get it. How, like, you know, the people that are older than you, they've lived it, they've done it, they've been through all this. So, because of that, you know, they're telling you that because they're like, they've gone through it. I've always had to learn the hard way. I've learned the hard way, don't drive fast in snow. I've totaled a car in the snow. And not this past Mother's Day, Mother's Day 2019. Well, the day after that, we had a really bad heavy rain. And things flooded, and it was a bad rain. But I was driving, and I've driven for 20 some years in the rain. I've never had a problem. I've never like changed the way I've driven. When it rains, I drive the same way I drive when it's not raining. And I hydroplaned, and I felt like I was on ice. because I've slid on ice before, and you have no control of the car. You turn the wheel and you try to get it to go one way, but your car just slides and goes. You can't control it, and that's what happened. And I was so lucky because I was on a road, a 2-lane road with nothing but trees on each side of me, like a wooded road. One of these creepy roads. Hold on, I need a drink. I'm getting dry mouth. One of these creepy roads where there's nothing but like trees on both sides. Really pitch black at night. No street lights. But, and I slid and my car got wedged in between 2 trees. I was so lucky I didn't hit it in any of the trees, like head on. I had to be cut out of the car because my car was like bent. Like it was totaled. I bent the frame of the car. I was so upset. I loved it. It was a 2007 Dodge Caliber. I love my Dodge Caliber.
Did you at least try?
It was a little car, but let me tell you, that thing could keep so. That thing could. I have a right now. I have a 2008 Toyota Avalon, and I mean it's a luxury car. It's nice. It's got leather seats, navigation, heated seats, leather seats, power seats. It was a hand-me-down. It was my mom's, and my parents buy their cars with cash. I mean, they pay outright for their car, and so I mean, and they always get like, they don't just get like I know some people when they buy a car and they just say, okay, what's your cheapest model? My parents, they buy the car, they say, what's your most expensive model? Like, for example, my Caliber was an SXT. There's other models out there that are called something else, not SXT, and they got like sunroofs, and they got spoilers, and they've got heated seats, and they've got leather seats, navigation systems, and you name it. My Caliber didn't come with any of that, but what I made sure it came with was the back seats would recline. You had a thing you could recline your back seats. The passenger seat would fold flat.
In case I ever meet.
So both back seats would fold completely flat, and so would the passenger seat. So basically, when you folded all the seats down, you were basically in this little metal box. It looked like there were no seats in the entire car. But what was nice about that was, if something would fit in the trunk, but it needed to go a little further in, and it needed to go closer to like where the front seat is, you had that passenger seat that folds down. And and it had a built-in refrigerator. That was another thing. And the cup holders lit up. They had light up cup holders. I mean, I love that car. I love it. I have a little toy car of a replica of it, and I'm never gonna get rid of it, because that was like, I bought that car 2000, I think it was either 2007 or 2008. I'm really not sure now. I'd have to look. And I bought that car, and the person that owned it before me had only had it for like 3 months. They bought it brand new, but then they didn't like it, so they returned it. It only had like a couple miles on it, and I got it for a really great deal. I got it for like $13,000, and everything was brand new inside. It was clean, and I mean, built-in refrigerator with little slots. He even had little things where you would slide one soda can in, or one bottle of soda in, and it would have 5 little slots where you would slide them in. And then there was a thing where you could put the thing like in a refrigerator. You could turn it up to like cold, or lower. And in addition, and that was like where the glove box is. But then on top of that, it would even open up there'd be a compartment that would open up to put stuff in. And below it would be another compartment. So you would have like 2 glove boxes and the refrigerator. It's just a fascinating car. There were so many. Oh, and it had a receptacle. That was the other thing I liked. That was the other thing I wanted it to have. And what I mean by a receptacle, I mean an outlet, like in your house. Like, if I couldn't afford to buy a cell phone charger, because back when I got the car, it was, like I said, 2008 or 2007, I can't remember. They didn't have all these things where you can plug in to your car, these jacks. So you had to get a cell phone charger. Well, here, this had an outlet, so you could plug your regular phone charger that would charge into the wall into your car. Or one day I needed to shave, and I needed my electric razor. So I brought it and I plugged it into the thing, and I was shaving while I was going into work. I think the most powerful thing I plugged into it was, I put this really big spotlight in it, and I also plugged a blender into it once. Yeah, I know, a blender, kind of comical. It was when we were tailgating at a Phillies game, and we wanted to make margaritas. But anyway, so that's what that's basically my car. Now my new car, my Toyota Avalon, which is really nice. It just doesn't have all. It's a bigger car, a way bigger car, but because it's not a hatchback or like an SUV, like the car that I got, the car that it replaced, like the car I have now replaced a car that my mom, because that car was my mom's, so my mom had to buy something else. So when I totaled my car, I was looking to get a new car, but I looked around and I couldn't find anything.
Sub-Zero, let's talk.
I couldn't find a caliber I really liked.
Got a new plan, Cage?
You could have
I
followed
really
the old
wanted
one,
a
Jin.
pickup truck
You're gonna catch hell if you
with
kill us.
a pickup truck, or what I really wanted was a pickup truck or
Sure, Dang Jin.
oh, I know what it's called. Give me a second. I know I go a lot, and I shouldn't be doing that because that really annoys people. I've been told by family members and friends and co-workers and all sorts of people.
Damn.
And there I go again.
You and your friends show much promise, Cassandra
So,
Cage.
now I lost
But
my train
until
of
you
thought.
function as one, you will fall short.
See, I can't believe that. I lost my train of thought. But that's also because
So other than that, you enjoyed your visit?
I'm sure most
Lin
people
Kuei
read my
shredded us.
channel,
You maybe.
Disabled
I see
Gamer
plenty of frozen
and
boot
Mental
prints
Health
on your ass, too.
Awareness.
Come on now.
And I have had a brain injury when I was younger.
New orders.
And when I was 30, you know, I had
Priority
head
1.
trauma
Outworlders.
from an accident.
You're an Earth.
And was in a
Vision?
coma
Couldn't be.
for a week.
You're not afraid, are you, Mr. Cage?
And wasn't given
Outworlders, I can handle.
I wasn't given a good prognosis, I should say. Wasn't given a good prognosis. But amazingly, the doctors were amazed
When did they show up?
that I
Portal opened by
recovered
the docks
because
a
they
few
didn't
hours
think
ago.
I'd ever wake up
Only
from the coma.
5,000 in all.
I was put on life support
From
in
the
a
outworld
ventilator.
Civil War.
I couldn't breathe on my
Be bad if
own.
they risk coming to Earth.
And my heart was resuscitated about 3 different times I coded. on the operating table and I flatlined. So I have a lot of memory issues. And so when I talk and I go, it's because I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to think. I have trouble doing two things at once. I got my, tablet out
Thanks, Kenshi.
with
Could
my,
you and Mr. Cage join
Twitch
us?
page up so I can see if anybody
Sergeant
types
Cage,
in my
you and
chat.
your team as you
I'm
were.
still working on getting it to come up on my
This is
TV
Li Mei.
screen.
She
I need to
seeks
get a couple
asylum for her people
monitors
in Earthrealm.
and have it all run through my computer. I'm gonna have a friend help me with it.
We barely escaped with our
Um,
lives.
Such is
But yeah, I'm a disabled gamer, and
No offense, but
you know,
Outworlders kind of live for that, right?
This was
I
different.
I've had
The
a, I've had
rebels,
a I've had a
Melina,
difficult
had a weapon unlike anything.
and a hard
Entire
hard
battalions
life.
erased.
But I've had a
was
good
not
life too. It's
honorable,
not like
Not combat.
it's what it
Tell
is
me more about
is
the weapon.
a talisman.
hold on
With a center
on
jewel. Melina wields its crimson energy without precision.
Well, that's good then.
basically
Not now, Sergeant Cage.
It is
what
enough
it
that she
is
possesses
that
it turns the tide in her favor.
when I was growing
The
up
Emperor
and I was
grows
little,
desperate, and those caught in the middle pay the price.
If
basically
this
mental
talisman
health.
is what I
And
suspected
I know I
it to
have
be,
that
we
on
may
my
all
screen
pay
a
a
lot.
price.
Mental health
We talking
was
about
not.
Shimon's amulet?
Can't be.
It's still
The base, the vault,
evolving,
your
is what
warnings.
I should say.
SF
It's
shall
still
in no
evolving.
way anyone
it,
can get past
it,
all that.
it could.
I must be
It
certain.
needs to go a lot further. It needs to evolve, still evolve.
Well,
But
this is cozy.
you know how people call everybody knows what autism is. Well,
You remind
When
me
I
of
was
the
little,
Earthrealmer who crossed over with us.
autism
He
they
also
didn't know
found
they didn't
humor in
have a
everything.
diagnosis for
Handsome
it.
guy, right?
That was
He was
bad
an
parenting
Earthrealmer.
on you. If
One
you
of
had
his eyes
if your kid was autistic,
red.
the doctors would say to the parents,
What does she mean?
"You're not
Kenshi, continue with Li Mei.
you're not
I'm going to
parenting.
the
You're not like
refugee camp.
it's something
Yeah,
you're
get to him
the
before he
parent
finds
is
a way out.
doing."
I'll come with.
So
Go get enough
when I
on
was
camp
2
security
years
from Colonel
2
Flyer.
years old,
Why?
my
Because they won't
parents
be confused.
took me to a therapist for children, and this
Are
is
we with
back
you?
in like
No.
this
I
is
need
back
to
in
confirm with Kotal Khan that Li
1983.
Mei's story is true.
In 83.
You and your team
Now,
are going to
granted,
Outworld.
nobody even like if you went to a therapist, you had to be hush hush. Like,
I don't know.
you don't tell your
Expecting
family, you
this guy
don't
to
tell
be
your friends,
verbal or something.
because
Don't
people
believe
would
everything
talk,
you see online.
and it would be
And
like,
what
"Oh
makes
my
you an
God, do you
expert?
believe so and so is
Shelling
going to a
archives.
therapist?"
Studied a lot about Outworld.
But now
substitute for
it's so
experience.
everybody.
What
It's
makes
like
you our leader?
it's so socially accepted. It's like becoming socially acceptable,
Let's
which
stick
is
to the mission.
great. But what they said when
Li
they
Mei
took
has
me
to be
when I
telling
was
the truth. An
2
invasion
years
would
old,
violate the
they
Reiko
said to my
Accords.
mom,
You can always trust an Outworlder.
"You're not
But if
doing
Outworlds are
your
allied,
job
why
right.
didn't they help us
You're
during the
you're not
Netherrealm War
parenting right."
against Quan Chi and his
And
team
Revenants?
said it
Jackie's
said
dad?
that she needed to change
Asshole.
the way she was parenting. Made my mom feel really
It's not an
crappy,
alliance.
and
Non-aggression.
you know she was.
Outworld is
I mean,
not our
obviously
ally.
she was
A point
upset.
you might make with more subtlety
So-
in your surroundings.
I mean, then you go down
state
the
your
road
business,
and you go down a couple
including
more
a reason
years
why
down
we
the
shouldn't
road,
kill you.
and
I can read you.
sure
You learn from
enough,
Outworld.
I'm from Earthrealm,
Um,
like you. But my employer, Kotal Khan, is from Outworld. So now I'm from Outworld.
and sure enough,
State your business.
We're emissaries. We need to talk to Kotal Khan.
when I
Here,
hit
We have
like
Raiden's official seal.
8 years old,
I can buy one of those
and
at
you're
that stall right
talking
over there.
from 83 to
You can arrest
88.
us. Even kill us.
When I hit like
But if we're telling the truth,
first grade,
you probably get a pay cut. Or worse. You take us to the con, I'll tell them you took us down.
I began
get a
to
bonus.
notice some changes,
You can't lose.
and these changes seem to be
Follow me.
physical and just emotionally. And I was like, okay. I'm
To take
like,
without his leave is to steal from the hand of
something's
Kotal Khan
going
himself.
on. this doesn't feel,
Therefore,
something feels
having
different.
been found guilty of theft,
And then I went to a
shall be put
psychologist.
to death.
I was hungry.
Your
And I went
sentence
to
will be
that
carried out
psychologist
immediately.
for several years.
Death? For petty theft?
Probably from the time I was 8 until the time I was in like 7th or 8th grade. I saw this guy. Not to mention, I saw a doctor by the name of Dr. Ruttenberg, who's probably passed away by now, because he was like 80 at the time when I saw him, and I was a kid. He was a great doctor. He was like a teacher, a doctor, some billionaire, a millionaire. He would see patients at his house. That's why I know he's a billionaire or millionaire, because of his house.
I knew I should
But
have
anyway,
listened to you.
A lesson
very
in trust
renowned
from a
doctor.
mercenary.
Here's
I went
another
and
learning
saw.
opportunity.
I saw another renowned doctor who was horrible. Absolutely horrible. So don't say, I'm sorry. Don't say, I'm not playing the game, sorry. I'm playing now. Don't say just because, don't say just because yeah, just don't say because, now I'm losing my train of thought, because I can't do two things at once. I'm trying to, though, because I have to be able to do two things at once. But, if you're, see, I gotta pause this for a sec. If you're trying to, find a therapist, the first one may not work. You may need a second one. I mean, you have to find the right fit. But, I mean, to get back to the therapist, I saw this renowned doctor. And don't go by, this guy's renowned and he's really good. Because I went to a dozen doctors that they said were, like, fabulous. Like, was in magazines, won awards, shook hands with the president, getting an award, and they were quacks. And I had up until my 21st birthday to sue, and I should have, but I didn't. This doctor now granted, I was in 5th grade, so figure I'm 12 years old, but I was actually older, because I had to go to pre-first, which pre-first is, Pre-first is like a grade. It's sort of get you ready for first grade. It's sort of if your birthday falls after if you're enrolling your child in first grade and his birthday is, at least this is how it was when I was a kid, and if your birthday is after the new year, you can't enroll them in first grade. They have to get enrolled in pre-first. And then the next year they can get enrolled in first grade. So I was enrolled in pre-first. And I had, there was just so much. I mean, I was enrolled in pre-first and I had issues. But lost my train of thought. But that happens all the time. Once again, injury to the head, which loses. I mean, it's not something pleasant. I mean, this really annoys me that I have these head issues and stuff. But I'm actually gonna try and go live on cam because I'm just talking, and let's see if I can go live on. I'm gonna shut the live off on here, everybody. So sorry for the zoning out, but Twitch, I'm going off.